stream. Something about doors. We're opening a lot of doors lately. I carefully kick down the door.
When one door opens, ...
Sure. I like that.
Wait.
The name of the stream. When one door opens, another door closes, or however that works.
Yeah.
One door after another.
Okay. I do believe we're going.
Cool. All right. Well, to get into it quicker, last time you guys made it to Deepfrost, the Deepfrost Citadel. Made your way inside, being spoken to by some entity in your minds. Fighting the knight, formerly known as Garrett Wells. And skipping the entire first floor, you go to the second floor, immediately find the only sane person here, as far as you know, and help her to escape to the entryway. You then open a door with a bunch of beautiful-looking plants, with a couple of twig people walking around. You noped out of there, closed the door, went to the next room, found it all destroyed and burned and still smoldering after heaven knows how long. Couldn't quite discern the use of the room or the objects on the table, so you moved on. So long story short, that's where we're at.
I'm sure we'll get back to the first floor sooner or later. Right?
We'll see. But as you come around the corner, you can see down into the main foyer, if you will. There are several kind of collapsed areas off to your ahead of you and behind, but it is open wherever you guys want to go.
All right. So, not going too far ahead of the others, but I want to head towards the end of this hallway, and it kind of seems like there's another doorway there, right? I'm gonna stop right there.
If it's
As you're out of the corner,
if it's easier for you guys, by the way, you can click your character and use arrow keys to move it around one square at a time. And I don't know. Depends on whether you just want to drag and drop.
Oh, okay.
As you're around the corner, you do see a doorway that's open. A soft light shines from inside, flickering. And the sound of soft speaking or mumbling emanates from inside.
I'll look back. Cal, looks like there's an opening ahead.
Okay.
You're leading
Okay,
this party, Nix.
Nyx is gonna motion for everyone to be quiet, and then Nyx is gonna try stealthing towards the doorway, like coming along the wall on the right side.
Okay. Go ahead and make a stealth check for me.
I am staying back.
Okay.
Here we go.
Scroll.
16.
16.
Oop, that's probably good too.
Okay. Why was that under Brian's character?
Oh, you have to
And-
go into like the prototype token settings and change it.
Oh, it's because I was clicked on Nyx. Nyx, you look kind of past the door a little bit, and you can see into the room a library. Books lining the walls in floor to ceiling bookshelves. A lot of them scattered along the floor, open to certain pages. And from that angle, that's kind of all you see.
Okay.
Max, I could hear that through your mic.
Oh gosh, I'm sorry. I'm so embarrassed. Not really.
If I step any closer, I'll be visible through the doorway from the looks of it. um, it's. Let's see, did I say. I don't remember if I had my bow out already or not. I'm gonna have my bow out, but I'm gonna keep it back and try to like move my head towards the doorway just enough to peek in with my eyes and then duck back after a couple seconds.
Okay, easy enough. You kind of make your way around the door. The firelight is, I'm not going to say blinding, since the interior of the Citadel is quite light, quite bright by itself, but the fire that's roaring in the hearth on the far end is bright. You can see two very fine chairs. Actually, why am I describing it? No, I should probably describe it. A calm fireplace burns in the background, casting shadows from the two vermilion. Okay, that's fancy words. Two large back chairs, very comfy looking. The heads of a boar and a deer are mounted on the wall, and they are crying out in pain. It sounds like
Wait,
Like-
did you
The
say
wall-
the heads mounted on the wall?
yes.
Oh, great.
The walls are lined with bookshelves, hundreds of tomes scattered. Standing near one of the bookshelves, actually standing near the firelight, holding a tome, trying to read, you see an individual, um, brown-haired half elf in dark purple robes, muttering to himself some weird. It's not common. It's a almost like arcane incantations. The other oddity you see is around him floats and flies books and pages, almost orbiting him. You duck back real quick before he can see you,
Okay.
and you feel certain that he has not noticed your presence.
Okay. I'm gonna stealth back towards the others and quietly tell them what I saw.
Well, that's terrifying.
As you say that, you can hear one wailing out in agony from the distance.
Does that match
Sounds
the
like-
description of Soren or Carter? Does it match the description of Soren, I should say?
It absolutely matches the description of Soren, yeah.
Got it, great. And I don't remember from last time, but did Garenwyn say Soren was chasing her?
Yes. Although you weren't sure if that was because he was
Infected?
infected or possessed, or if he was just trying to help. She didn't really specify.
She said she hoped that Soren didn't know any fire magic, so like, I don't know.
Yeah, she actively believed he wished her harm.
Yeah.
Whether or not that was true is another question, but she actively believed he was trying to harm her.
Okay.
Well, if he was, couldn't he have? Couldn't he find the vines and burn them or something?
Okay. Josh, can I remember if Soren knew any fire magic?
How much dealing would you have had with a relatively new mage in town?
I'd be pretty curious. Any magic user entering town, I'd say I'd be pretty...
Well, he grew up there.
Oh, he grew up there?
He grew up there, yeah.
Oh, and he was brand new. Oh. Admittedly, probably not a lot.
Okay.
I definitely hear about it.
You
and-
would, and the what are they called? The rumors revolving around Soren were that he burnt some of his parents' furniture, and he would randomly make things float. Like his magic seemed to be, at least the rumors that you heard, uncontrollable, or would have very little control over it.
Okay. Okay. Well, I heard rumors that Soren did know fire magic, but who's to say it's accurate? I wasn't very interested in the boy. And if he knew fire magic, perhaps he was in an inhibited state, controlled by whatever darknesses took that night.
So are we thinking that we need to save him?
I don't know if we can save these poor things from whatever black infection they have. Though I do find it strange he's just reading.
Do I go try to be friendly and get information? And then if things go south, well, then y'all are in the hallway and ready to come in after me?
Sounds good to me. And Tarzan will take out a crossbow.
Um,
Right. We'll be by the door.
I do have the disguise self spell, but that only acts on me. And I'll just say right now I'm not all that great with people.
I also don't know how much... I don't know that the people in there will know us, any of us, regardless. So I don't know how much disguising ourselves is worth.
Yeah.
In this particular instance.
We'll give the benefit of the doubt for now.
Alright,
But,
so I'm just gonna go try to be a friend.
Let's just agree that if he does turn out to be okay, maybe don't tell him about Garenwin immediately.
Fair enough. Alright.
And so we'll all kind of go to the door, and I'm going to be holding my action with my crossbow bolt.
I'm gonna step into the doorway and kind of halfway close the door behind me, so that the mage can't see out into the hallway. And I'm gonna knock on the door, the inside of the door, and say, "Pardon me."
He's reading at this time, and as you do this, he looks up at you, kind of startled. His eyes flash or go from this light blue, full light blue coloring to a normal.
Real quick, prepared action during all of this, that if he becomes hostile, I'm going to take the dodge action.
That's fair.
Um,
He looks up. His eyes go back to normal. The books all of a sudden stop and land on the ground. Oh, hi. There's people. Yes.
My apologies. Did I disrupt your
Right here.
concentration?
Yes, that's sorry. Yes, my concentration broken. Fun. Yes. Well, welcome.
Thank you. Who are you?
He's looking at his book, but also having you in his periphery. I am Soren,
Oh, I've heard your name.
Grand Mage of the Master. And he finally looks up at you, and you now notice some black tendrils just barely creeping up onto his chin.
May I join you? May I have a seat?
Sure.
Great. Cal is going to walk in and, trying to keep an eye on him out of the corner of his eye, come and sit in this chair.
He sits in the others, unblinkingly watching you. You also notice that the wails of agony have also stopped, and both of the heads of the deer and the boar also follow you as you sit down.
That's gloriously awful. Um,
Hmm.
well, Soren, I did not get the impression from the people I had spoken to that you had achieved the rank of Grand Mage. How recent of a development is that?
The Master grants us all good gifts. He has unlocked powers I didn't know I had.
Like-
He could do the same for you.
Like what kind of powers?
Carson's gonna look at Nyx and Ergi and kind of go. Just him talking about the master. Gonna wait.
Powers that I didn't know I could achieve. And his eyes flash again, and the books start to swirl around him. Papers coming loose of the books themselves, and there are a few that kind of, brush past you. One hits you on the side.
I'm gonna try to catch one and like pull it out of the torrent.
Make a dexterity check. Say DC is 14 on this
Just
one.
straight dexterity, not like sleight of hand or anything.
Nope, straight dexterity.
Okay. Well, that'll be a dirty 20.
That's
More like a 21.
pretty good.
Oh, 21. My bad. Oh, it adds my...
Jack of all trades.
Interesting. It adds Jack of all trades to the base dex check. I didn't realize that.
I didn't realize that either. Let me look at that.
Either way, it's a 20 or 21, so...
Yeah.
You grab one, and you can feel the tug on it as it's trying to leave your hands. You want to open it up?
Yeah. Just flip through it.
You flip through it. It seems to be a geographical tome. There are topography drawings and maps.
It's like an atlas kind of thing.
Kind of, yeah.
Cool.
As you're looking at it, though, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Great.
While you're making that, Jack of all trades, you can add half your proficiency bonus rounded down to any ability check you make that doesn't already include your proficiency bonus. That's pretty cool.
Great. Well, I got a 9.
Cool. As you're looking at the pages, kind of like that scene in Harry Potter, a face starts to emerge from it and screaming at you. You are now frightened.
With the new screaming, Carson's gonna signal to the other guys to like go, and we're all gonna release our held actions.
Everyone make initiative. Roll initiative.
Alrighty. There it is.
Oh.
Oh,
Alright.
All right.
that's hilarious.
Alright. I think I made my held action to be the arrow. Let's see, 5, 10. 15, 20, and I'm going to shoot at Soren. And where was it? Oof, that was almost a 1. Does 11 hit?
11 does not hit, no.
Okay. Since this is let's see, I should be able to do another arrow, right? Because first turn of the combat.
Oh, you should
Mhm.
have advantage because you were hidden from him.
It's true. Yeah, so good roll again.
Oh, okay. Where's the... Oh,
28 is just a little bit better.
yep.
Definitely hits.
Alright. Right, so that's 12 damage. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do my second attack. I guess I need to click the longbow again in order to attack again. Does the second one have advantage as well?
No, just the first one.
Okay. Does 20 hit?
That also hits, yep.
Okay. Ooh.
6.
Alright. Okay, and then that was what, 5, 10, 15, 20. So for the first turn, I still have 20 more movement. Gonna go right here to put the chair kind of between me and Soren.
Okay. All right. At the end of your turn, on initiative count 20, the boar, the boar's head shifts over towards you, and there is a flash in its eyes. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please. Nix.
May I count that as him being aggressive and use my reaction to take the dodge action?
Sure.
Great.
Wisdom saving throw.
By the way, what did that wisdom failing saving throw do to you, Cal?
Frightened.
Okay.
I got a straight 15.
15. 15 succeeds. You feel your body start to tense up before you shrug it off, and no effect. The books around him. Oops. Yes, that's what I want. Ooh, no. Too much. Here we go. The books over the swarm of animated books around Soren are going to make a book club attack.
Am I technically grappling one? You can say no. I just thought to ask.
Technically, but it is a swarm of books.
Oh, swarms are immune to the grappled effect. Never mind.
Yeah. You do have one in your hand,
You are
and
grappling
as
exactly 1 hit point of it.
yeah, as you're holding it, it's going to make an attack. Oops.
I love that. Just
With
the book club.
disadvantage.
I'll say because there are a few others attacking you as well. It's going to cancel out the disadvantage on that.
Well, disadvantage is from having taken the dodge action.
Oh, you're right. Sorry. Absolutely. Oh, yikes.
Still an awful roll,
That sucked.
no matter what.
You watch as the book you're holding starts to move towards your face, and you dodge out of the way a couple of times. A few others swirl past you. That is going to be its turn, and it will. It'll stay right there, yeah. Move this over here. At initiative count 15, the deer head is going to. Yeah, it's going to look over to you, Nix. And Nix, I need you to make a strength saving throw, please.
That one's not gonna. Well, I guess technically I have proficiency on that, but my strength is 10. Here we go. 13.
13 is one more than you needed. You feel your body start to be pulled towards the deer head by some unknown force, but you grab hold of the bookshelf behind you and hold yourself firm. Now it's Soren's turn. Soren is going to call out, just talk to the master. He can help you get stronger. He is first. Yeah, he's going to run over here and cast Thunderwave. I need both of you to make Constitution saving throws, please. And technically, the swarm.
Let's see. Constitution saving throws.
Yep. Cal, you succeed. Nix, you do not. There we go.
A 15-foot cube originating from him puts him in the center of the cube, so the swarm would not be affected.
There we go. Perfect.
Oh my gosh, I've interpreted Thunderwave wrong my entire life. That's good to know.
Okay. Nix, you take 7 points of thunder damage, and you are pushed 10 feet.
10 feet away.
Away from him. Cal, you take 3 points of damage, and you aren't pushed. Right. Okay. That is his turn. Cal, you are up.
So I am frightened of the books, yes?
Correct, yes.
Okay. I think, actually...
Oh, never mind.
My best option, I believe, is just to take the dodge action. Yeah. And while I do that, I'm going to tell Nyx of the great story of the one adventurer who slew someone who dubbed themselves a Grand Mage and provide Nyx with a Bardic Inspiration die.
Awesome. Nyx, you can take that D6 on a... remember me, it's an attack roll or ability check or saving throw?
Pretty much any D20 he rolls.
Cool.
He also has the ability, if he so chooses, to to use that. If you happen to heal someone, you can add the d6 to your healing.
Okay.
And that's it. So yeah.
Cool. All right, Carson.
All right. You guys can hear me? Okay. Carson's gonna peek out, see him, Soren,
Mm-hmm.
and because I'm hidden, I have advantage. I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay. Go take your attack roll.
Let me see. Let me test something real quick. Can I? Yeah.
Oh.
Let's-
One thing. I apologize. Where is it? You. As he casts the spell that he did, we need to roll on the wild magic table.
Wonderful. While you're doing that. Oh, do
Go
you
for
have
it.
it ready? No? Okay. While you're doing that, a cube originating from the caster does not mean it is centered on the caster. It means it originates adjacent square next to the caster.
Then I have been playing all of the editions of D&D wrong for about 15 years. So
Okay. As he casts the spell, his hands ignite in flame. And the book that he touches to steady himself after the brains
Thunderwave.
not working. Thunderwave, thank you. Catches fire and bursts into flame. And now several other books are now starting to catch into flame.
Uh-oh.
Cool. Okay, Carson, what are we going to do?
I was going to cast Guiding Bolt with advantage. Consume spell slot. Attack with advantage. Yeah. Oh, it
26
worked.
hits.
The
Oh,
animation. Oh, and I wasn't recording it. Oh well. That's just my luck. Okay. Damage.
Cool. 12 points of radiant damage.
Cool. And then I will go out of sight completely again.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
Ergi.
How much movement do I have again?
30?
I start with 30.
Playing a barbarian
So used
with
to
all that
having
movement
40.
has
Yeah.
changed you.
Having 60 every first turn. All right. 5.
By the way, I am not in the square above me. Oh, dang it. Josh, would you move me one square up so I can actually see the fight? But I'm not actually there, for the record.
Gotcha.
Books catching on fire. That is not good.
Alrighty. So since Cal is frightened by these books, do I still get advantage by flanking?
Technically, yeah. Although, in theory, it's the books aren't just there; they're just kind of flying around that area. I'll say for the purposes of this, yes, you can flank.
Okay. And then is there any sort of disadvantage that has to do with physical attacking a swarm of things?
Not as far as you know.
Cool. All right, I'm gonna start swinging at books.
Alright, real
Okay.
quick. I'm not crazy. I just saw a bunch of balloons fly around Kyle on Discord. Did anyone else see that?
No,
I
my
wasn't
wasn't
watching
looking at Discord.
Discord.
my Discord was covered up.
All right.
Oh, are you on a Mac?
Yes.
Mac Apple added a thing where if you do like 2 thumbs up in front of your camera or stuff like that, it'll like give you little effects on your camera.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm not crazy.
that's
Okay.
actually freaking
No,
cool.
you're not.
I found that out in a very professional meeting with people from multiple different institutions when the person running the meeting ended the meeting by doing that, and then fireworks started going off. And anyway,
Cool.
Amazing.
I wonder why I did balloons though, because I was just talking. Like happy birthday. Did it think I said that? Yeah. All right, keep going. Attacking. So are you
Oh.
giving me advantage on that, even though it's kind of
Yes.
weird?
is it the flying book? Is it the swarm of
19.
books that's starting to catch fire, or books on the bookshelf?
Books on the bookshelf.
Okay.
19 hits. Yes.
I'm gonna use a divine strike as well since that hit.
Okay.
So 16 damage.
16 damage. Yikes. You
11
swipe
of
at
that
it.
is radiant. Okay.
Yeah, okay. I'll just say this, Kyle, what does it look like as you swipe half of these books out of the air?
A decent sized hammer, just exploding books as it flies through the air. Pages going everywhere.
You can almost hear Ave Maria sounding in the background as you slow-mo across the swarm of books, as there's only a few floating around now. And even one of those has like a chunk of it torn out from your hammer.
That is it. There we go.
Okay, Nyx, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna. Okay. I'm. Okay. I'm stepping like 5 feet away from the bookshelf to be a little further away from them in case the fire spreads that far in that time, and then I'm gonna shoot at Soren again, hoping that like if he's dead, then the born deer heads will stop.
You have advantage because of Guiding Bolt.
Yes, you do.
Oh, right.
Crit, maybe? Mm.
It
so
is...
close.
Nope.
Close. It definitely hits.
Okay. I'm also gonna mark Soren with favored foe.
Okay.
So longbow damage plus 1d4. So 12 damage.
12 points of damage. The arrows, that arrow flies and hits him in the shoulder, just above the clavicle area.
Is he reacting at all? I mean, I
Absolutely.
don't see it, but...
You don't, but you do hear the cries of pain as he's now kind of looking around, frantic. If anyone would like to use their reaction to make an insight check, I would allow this right now. Otherwise, we'll move on. We're good.
I will do that. 11.
He looks like an individual on the verge of death, in pain, looking for a way out.
Mm.
Okay.
Did I try lay on hands on the last guy? Do you remember that?
No, you did not.
Because it cures poison.
Does it cure disease?
I wonder if it would.
I believe it does.
One disease or neutralize one poison. Yeah.
One disease or one poison.
As you figure that out, initiative count 20, the boar is going to shift its gaze over to you, Ergi. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. Jeez. Succeed. You see a flash out of the corner of your eye, and that's it. And you look up, and the boar's staring at you as it begins to howl out in pain and agony again. Swarm of Book's turn. It is going to shift over here. Callie, you can make
Yep.
you can make an opportunity attack if you would like. Definitely hits. 5 points of damage. You you take your dagger and you shove it through the book you're holding, tearing it apart. And there's now a single book flying around, very quickly and agitated as it is going to attempt to to make a book club attack on Nyx. And it fails.
Yep.
Man, rolling awfully tonight. But yeah, that is its turn to do the deer is now going to it's going to look at Ergi. Ergi, I need you to make a strength save as it tries to telekinetically shove you. "12 is what you needed."
Nice.
It fails. Okay, cool. It is Soren's turn. Soren, looking around, kind of frantic. Is going to bonus action cast Misty Step on himself. No, he's going to move here and then cast Misty Step on himself.
Don't you need to
Isn't
see
Misty
where you're
Step
going?
only? Yeah, to teleport you have to see where you're going for low
Oh,
level
you do?
teleports, and Misty Step is only 15 feet.
What? Wait a second.
Oh no, that's 3-5. Never mind. In 5th ed, it's 30. I'm wrong.
Yeah,
But you do need to see where you are going.
you do need to see where you're going. You're right. He's going to Misty Step.
I'm 1 square down, technically. By the way.
Yeah.
But cannot move myself right now.
Going to Misty Step there.
Who closed the door?
Sorry. Karzin, as you are kind of tucked behind the door, you see Storin burst out, appearing in a cloud of mist, frantic as he looks over at you, and recognition appears on his face. As he then turns and is going to cast a firebolt at the person who's been shoving him full of arrows, Nyx.
As he
24
does that,
hit.
as he
Yeah,
shoots
24
that firebolt off, I call out and say, "Come now, Soren. You do not have the ability to be a grand mage. You are simply adequate." And I would like him to re-roll that.
Ooh.
Cutting words.
No.
Silvery
Or-
barbs.
Silvery
Silver
barbs.
Hey.
And then I'm going to give Ergi advantage on something.
He re-rolls and gets a 3.
9 does not hit as an attack roll.
The firebolt hits the floor as you can see that he visibly gets shaken by your words, Cal. As he looks back at Karzin, he is then going to run this way.
As he passes by me, am I able to get attack of opportunity?
Unfortunately,
Is he able to go diagonal there?
he's able to go diagonal there, yeah.
Okay.
Just outside your range.
I can't see his token for some reason.
Yeah, I
I
don't
can
know.
still see that
why.
I'm targeting him and that he has a thing, but yeah, weird. Did you click the... Or I don't know. I don't know what happened. Wait, were someone checking how far Ergi could run? 20, 10.
I need you to lawyer this for me, Josh.
So,
I am not allowed to intentionally move towards the source of my fear, correct? Oh, well, first question, am I supposed to have been re-rolling this fear at the end of my turn?
actually, the fear is supposed to have gone away.
Oh,
My bad.
beautiful.
It was until the end of your next turn.
That makes my life just all the ways easier, so that's great. Cool. I'm going to teleport 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet using a racial feature. And then I'm going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet. Stand in front of him, have a rapier out in my right hand, dagger out in my left hand, and I will use the dodge action.
Okay. The end of Cal's turn. It is Karzin's turn.
Karzin's gonna see what Cal's doing. He's going to sigh. Ergi, if you're gonna try that healing thing, might as well now. And he's going to hold an action to cast Sacred Flame.
Okay. Ergi.
There you will. 20. Is he between us here? 'Cause I
Yeah, he
can't
is.
see him.
Yeah.
I can't see him too for some reason. It's weird.
I think it's because I did Misty Step, and I may have botched Misty Step for some. How? I don't know.
You're good. Anyway, I will lay on hands this empty space. So, just for infos, to heal a disease, it takes 5 hit points. I have a pool of 15 hit points that I can use all of, and I can do multiple in the same turn. So I could, if curing a disease doesn't work, I could try cure poison too, and that would just take 10 hit points.
Might as. It's up to you and your character. I would do both, but
I'll just do one in each hand.
He
Pop him on the
Go
also,
ahead
head.
and
he also, because of Silvery Barbs, if he needs to make an ability check for this for some reason, has advantage.
So yeah, this is an interesting
I do have to touch
thing.
him, but it doesn't say like willing creature or anything like that. It just says touch a creature.
It does say, yeah, you're right. So here's what we're gonna do.
Ooh, weird.
I'm gonna homebrew a little bit right here. You're gonna tell me how many lay on hands hit points you're putting into this total. I will say the more you put in, the lower the DC is going to be on your what would it be?
Check.
It
Religion?
would, yes. It'll be just a straight spellcasting ability check.
I just like an attack roll.
Yeah. It'll be a D20 plus your spellcasting ability modifier, which is your charisma.
No proficiency.
No proficiency. Just you have a what, +4 for yours?
I
Or
have
a +3?
+3 on my charisma.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you
So-
have advantage.
You do have advantage. How many lay on hands points are you sinking into this?
I'll just do 15. Go for it. We have another healer.
Okay. With all of your 15 points dumped in, you reach out behind Soren, who is now face to face with Cal, eyes wide. You can see with his posture is one of like a frightened animal. You reach out and you grab him on the shoulder. Go ahead and make just a charisma check.
With advantage.
Yeah, I'll do one
Just
more.
for fun, roll a second time, just for fun.
Oh!
You gotta
That's what we like to see.
give us a thumbs up for that one.
Oh, it didn't trigger.
Sure, dang.
Maybe gotta go back a bit. Oh, there it
There it
is. Yeah, yeah.
With that, you hear, all of you, in the back of your minds, you hear a shriek of pain and a wrenching sound of like ripping. The only thing I can describe it as is like a ripping tendon. As Soren emits that same noise out of his mouth before he drops to the ground, spasming. There's a moment of, oh crap, did I just, put too much into this? Before he stops, he gets on his hands and knees and coughs out this black liquid. Before he stands and turns around. Thank you. Oh, thank you. You see the veins have vanished. The wounds with arrows still sticking out of them are now bleeding red blood. He collapses down next to or against the wall, panting hard. Oh,
Can we
that was awful.
get out of combat real quick so we can move?
Yes.
Well, there's still that one book and also the burning books and the boarhead and deerhead.
With him now being out of commission, The books drop, and both the deer head and the boar head go still.
Real quick, for convenience sake, would you mind deleting his old token and adding a new one so we can see it?
Yes, absolutely.
Remember what hit points you had. Oh. I mean, I assume you remember. But...
Yeah.
Okay. I was able to hear what happened from in there, right?
Carson will
'Cause-
Oh,
immediately
absolutely.
approach you at Soren and say, "What is your name?
Soren,
Who do you serve?"
Tarzan, you know. And he finally looks up at you. I serve the city. Well, sort of.
Okay.
You know. He's holding the arrow still sticking out of his shoulder.
Okay. So since Nyx can probably hear that, Nyx is gonna shout out, "We still have fire in here!" And Nyx is gonna pull out his water skin and try to put out fire.
Okay. I'll say within a few, probably dumping out the rest of that water skin, you're able to get it to where it's smoldering. You stamp it out the rest of the way. As the rest of you are out there, what do you guys want to do?
I will start dressing his wounds.
As you're doing that, he...
Man, if I make a
Looks
medicine
at-
check.
Yeah, go for it.
14.
You're able to get the arrow dug out best you can.
I'll grumble, "Quit squirming."
Okay. Tarzan, what are you doing in here?
Same as you. Well, no, actually, not the same as you.
I'm still gonna listen, but I'll be back in a moment.
Okay.
As you're dressing his wounds, I'm also going to need to take a quick break.
Okay.
I need to help my wife get my kids down. I'll be right back.
Well, now we know I just need a long rest before every person that we want to do that for. I have to get a long rest.
All right.
So we're just gonna go to sleep, wake up, we're gonna purge somebody, and then we're gonna go to sleep, and we're gonna wake up, and we're gonna purge somebody, and that's the rest of the campaign.
Let's not
There we
worry
go.
if we run into 4 or more infected people. We're not going to think about that at the same time.
It's
That does
simple.
sound
We're just gonna
true.
tie them down and gag them and knock them
Yeah.
unconscious, and
There
then
you
we'll just
go.
take 4 back-to-back naps.
Well, but
Well,
mechanically, does that not work though?
It doesn't. You can only take 1 long rest every 24 hours.
so I could
Could be
do
sort of
it 3
figured out.
times between long rests,
But the DC
but I
would be
have to
higher.
know if it's. Yeah, and I have to. You guys would have to like stack me with your bard stuff, and
Yeah, that's
I'd
true.
have to know
I mean,
if it's a
I can
poison or a
bless you.
disease.
And I can also give you guidance, actually. Guidance would be easier since it's a cantrip.
Is blessed concentration, right?
Yes.
So you'd have to pick between those two.
Yes.
I could bless myself too, but I'm out of slots.
I also have 2 more bardic dice. I only get 4 total right now. So
I've been trying to be super conservative with my dice or with my spell slots, especially with all that ritual casting I'm doing. But,
yeah, that silvery barbs was my first spell actually.
Nice. I've already used my 2 second level spell slots and 2 of my first level. I can get another first level back by the same way Ergi did with my Harness Divine Power.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have 3 healing spells, and I'm feeling like I should stop. I need to stop casting. I cast Guiding Bolt because it was like, all right, I got advantage, and this feels like a very scary fight. He could cast. I don't know if this guy knows Fireball.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
But
I also am keeping in my pocket the ability to enlarge Ergi in a fight,
very
and
nice.
I'm looking forward to that moment. So
You know, that's a familiar feeling for Kyle.
Yeah. I'm not playing a barb anymore, but it's a similar character, except a little more grumpy.
More grumpy than the barb.
Man, we both make grumpy characters.
Yeah. It's funny. We were reasonably happy characters last time.
Yeah.
Define reasonably.
Well, we had our issues, just like any campaign.
I was the team part. I was the leader in a way, the face, but I was the only short one. Everyone else was like 6'4" or higher, and I was like, I made myself 5'2",
Nice.
and as a half elf. Actually, I don't even know it. I think Charles might have been 5'4". I don't know.
I don't think Chance was that tall, but I do remember him being taller than Charles.
You were at least 6 feet, I remember,
Was he?
which is enough. I feel like he was. I don't know.
I don't remember for sure. I think I'd have to be able to look at his
Spells, yeah.
biography.
Yeah, which is on the other module or world that is not activated currently.
All right, sorry about that.
All good.
Yeah.
So, wounds bound, Soren lays against the wall. All right. Oh, have you seen anyone else? Did anyone else survive?
We were able to help others. For the time being, I think it is safer if we do not give you the details until we're sure that you've truly kicked what was affecting you.
Oh, that logic's sound. I appreciate that.
For what it is, we did run into your... What we can say is that we did run into your knight friend and had to dispatch of him, unfortunately.
True.
You know, that's unfortunate, but I wish we didn't come in here.
Real quick, Nyx is gonna look around the room, paying attention to like the open books to see if there's an idea of like what might have been.
Well, I have potentially roughly... I don't know how much more detect magic I have left. The fight was only a few rounds, but I estimated going into the fight I had about 5 minutes left. And because I cast it before we opened the plant door. Right. But I'm going to look at Soren up and down, see if he's got any magic things or around him.
You do notice his hood is emanating. What would that be? Oh, wrong one. That one. His hood is emanating some abjuration magic. And you do, let's see, it's 30 foot range?
Yes. I was about to walk into the room after I looked him up and down, though.
Yeah. I will say as you walk in, you get a couple of pings from different places around the room. And with the tech magic, you easily find what looks like 3 different spell scrolls. between you and Nyx. You kind of pointing out and Nyx going and grabbing them. You find a spell scroll of invisibility, spell scroll of ice knife, and spell scroll of misty step.
Okay.
Yeah, what was it? Misty Step?
Yep, misty step, invisibility, and ice knife.
I should be able to add those to my sheet.
Nice.
Be able to
Does Nyx find anything else of interest?
As you're looking around, there are some books that look interesting, but nothing more than what Carson pointed out, magically at least, or of magical nature.
So, invisibility.
Yep.
So, quick question. To use a spell scroll, you have to have the class levels for that spell, right?
No, you have to be a spellcaster, if I remember correctly. You're muted.
The spell has to be on the spell list for a class that you are. If you do not have the ability to cast a spell of that level, then there is a skill check to try to successfully use the scroll.
Okay.
So, like, for example, if I took the invisibility scroll, I could use it without a check because I have second level spells and invisibilities on my sheet. Or on my spell list. It's not on my sheet. I don't know invisibility. But I could have picked it.
Okay.
All right.
Ergi wants to talk to, what is it, Soren?
Soren, yep.
Soren, so what happened?
We came in. A lot of it's just a jumble in my mind. We came in. We started hearing whispers. Someone asking to see us, someone asking for help. Garrett went off by himself to find something, and I went upstairs.
Carson will shout from the book room, "Rookie mistake."
He's ignoring that. I went upstairs, up the tower. It's whatever it is at the top of the tower.
Tim, I don't know if you know you're muted or not.
Oh, I'm just mouthing silly words to myself. Don't worry about
Oh, okay.
it. I saying, "Don't you know you never split the party?" and to myself, but intentionally muted. And then he said, "I went up the tower," and I said, "The tower," and then
Whatever it is as soon as I got up there, took over. I don't remember much after that until he looks up at you, Ergi, till you did whatever you did. Thank you again.
Don't mention it.
We were just looking to free this place, apparently. That's what Garrett wanted. He wanted to free this place from whatever evil it has in it. Carter got hurt. You can see his mind trying to race to try and pick up any little pieces from from what happened.
Where did he get hurt?
There's a throne room
Oh,
on
yeah.
this floor.
On this floor?
On this floor. So it's just down the hall over that way.
Oh, the big double doors, I'm assuming.
Yes, yes. He got hurt in there. And I haven't seen him since. There's something controlling this citadel. Something controlling the castle. Not everything is as it seems. Downstairs there was a
While he's
there's a lot.
real quick, while he's recounting this, I'm going to start ritual casting detect magic again.
Sorry, there's a lot that I don't really fully remember, but
Well, it's useful to know climbing the tower could cause whatever issue this was. All right. Well, I'm gonna need to rest before I can do that again. So if we're moving on to whoever this Carter person is, we may want to take a break first.
what of Garenwin?
I'll look at Cal.
She lives, and her mind is her own.
Good. Okay, good.
Did she not climb the tower with you?
I went by myself. When Garrett went off, I wanted to see who was talking, who could have such control over the mind like that. I'm an idiot.
While I will not contest your conjecture, the thought is not useful. This is the situation we're in now, and we must figure out a way forward that will help the most people. And we need your help to do so.
I'm not sure what I can do to help.
You have already been helpful with the information you've shared with us. I think the most important thing you can do now is ensure that you get out safely.
I'll do that, yeah. Do you know how to get out? We're
working on it.
Okay. Maybe I'll stay here in the library. Maybe a book or two might help ease my mind.
I'm not sure that would be the best decision. Reading in a haunted library seems like a good way to get yourself infected again. Or charmed.
That's fair. Yeah.
Karzan, what are your thoughts on having him stay with Garenwin?
Should ask
She's-
Garenwin first.
We have a few minutes while Karzan finishes his detect magic ritual, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I would like to step down and go talk to Garenwin and ask her thoughts.
Someone
Okay.
go with him.
Great.
If we're going to split, it'll be in pairs. No one goes alone.
Considering
Am
that,
I going or Nyx?
I think
Can't hear you, Brian.
Nick said, yeah. However, I think I'd rather take Ergi with me due to
Okay.
armor, if nothing else.
Sure.
Can't hear you, Brian. I could see
Yeah, you're
your
not
mouth.
muted.
Can you
Can't
hear me
hear you.
now? But I could not hear you.
Try to talk again. Oh, never mind. Weird, your thing flashed for a sec.
Oh, heard
No,
it for
we
a
heard
sec.
that.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
That's good. I was trying to say that Nyx would go with Cal.
Either way,
But then
although I guess it doesn't particularly matter because we don't have a way to cleanly split our frontliner, so I'm happy either way.
Just as long as you don't split me in two.
So, Cal and Nyx, I guess.
Sure.
You guys head downstairs. You see that the double doors you came in through are closed and overgrown with briars and thorns and vines.
Kyle, you want to move your character? Or actually, no, you can't really because it's on a different map.
Yeah, unfortunately.
It's we walked down there. It's cool.
Yeah. Near the mines. How do you want to try and communicate with Irwin?
I'm gonna try to find a chunk of the wooden door that is easily reachable without stabbing myself, and just bang on it a little bit, and then wait, and then knock more softly.
After the second knock, you hear, "Yes?
It's Cal,
Who?
the blue guy.
Oh. Are you okay?
We found Soren.
yes, Soren. He's well. He was not okay. Now he is okay.
I'm
More or less.
gonna give the 2.5 minute version of the events that have gone on upstairs.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
Do you would you like us to have him wait elsewhere, or would you feel comfortable with him joining you?
Maybe elsewhere.
Okay, sounds good.
know.
If that's your preference, that's fine.
Okay. Tell Carson I'm almost done pushing some stones.
I'll tell him that you're making progress.
Okay.
Never mind
It's
that that's his only
boring.
chance of ever getting out of this place. Well, I mean, I guess it's not his only chance. We're his other chance, but
All right, I guess we go back upstairs. I tell Carson that she's being very fastidious and pressing every stone.
wonderful.
And and then we'll have Soren. I guess we'll have him hole up in the library then.
I'm going to make a quick investigation of the library books. I want to, short of asking you to improvise a bunch of books for me, I just want to know if there are any that seem valuable or interesting, or just, if you don't want to give me a specific one, just a general, what do I find here?
There's a lot of like Cal saw before, geography. There is a lot of history books of various places that you've never heard of before. Some that you have, but most that you haven't. You do find a couple of seem to be scholarly theological debates of the various deities in the pantheon. Nothing really more interesting than that.
May I pocket the history books on foreign lands?
There are several dozen of them.
The ones that seem to be more focused on lore than on like the ones that seem more story based than just fact based. I'm gonna grab
Are you guys
the three that are most fitting to that description. And
Okay.
I'm just gonna say 3 foreign land history / lore books and put them in my inventory.
Sounds good. Are you guys taking a short rest here?
Karzan, we might as well, but Karzan's going to try to just find, really, like, he's looking for a book that has a wealth of information. He's not looking, I like, the joke request I would make would be he's looking for the most expensive book, but that's not really what he's looking for. He's looking
A different
more,
kind of wealth.
because of the context of this library, I think he's more interested in geology if he can find it.
It takes you a little while through the short rest you guys are taking. I know that the short rest will help air you out quite a bit. You do find several books on general geological studies of the area, actually, that you guys are in.
Bingo.
There's 2 that focus on the volcanic, like the reason behind the fertility in this area.
How many books
Based
did you say, by
on-
the way?
What's up?
How many books did you say? 1, 2, 3. Okay.
2 that are based on the that aspect of things of what has brought this area so much fertility, even in such a desolate and not desolate, but a cold environment.
So 1 book of fertility of soil despite frozen area.
2 surrounding that, different arguments of what could have happened to bring this to pass. One of them seems to be a newer, well, new as in like maybe 35 years old, depending on different things, but a more up to date of this mountain itself, and giving a list of what has been found here and what are some potential ore veins that could be found.
Does this book
And then,
appear to be
on a-
used? Sorry,
You're good.
that last
Just
one you
real quick,
mentioned.
on a short rest, I don't get lay on hands back. So if we are planning to heal any more people, we would have to do a long rest and then just try to divvy out heals.
It seems to be well used in the fact that it was prominent on one of the shelves. Like it was in one of those like display stands. But for the worn of what's the word? For it looking worn and majorly used, it does not.
Okay.
But as you all rest, Soren is going to shift into one of the seats, grabs one of the books along the way as he's kind of limping himself in there, sits down with a big sigh. Okay. I think I'm going to magically seal the door when you guys leave. For multiple reasons, if you will.
The books I did a detect magic, and they do not appear magical in any way, so you should be safe to read them if you wish to pass the time.
Yeah, the books are fine. The stuff that was going on apparently was from me.
Yeah, it stopped happening when Irgi healed you, for lack of a better word.
Yeah.
Before we go,
Well,
I would like to remind you we are endeavoring to find you a way out of here. And considering you will be relatively safe within these quarters, I do believe our endeavor would benefit from that magical cloak you have on.
Oh. I mean, yeah, it.
If it has sentimental value, we will return it to you once we find a way out.
No, there's no sentimentality of it. I just don't really want to. I found it in here, in the Citadel. You know what? Yeah, okay.
I simply stated due to the fact that we are going to be facing the things that your party could not, and we could use every help we could get.
Okay. He unclasps it and takes it off. Hands it to you, Carson.
If this is, I imagine, if it had abjuration, would I be able to identify it without identify?
You can certainly try.
I'm going to ritual cast identify and then subsequently ritual cast detect magic.
For what it's worth, I did find in the player's Dungeon Master's Guide, as I was recently rereading it from a new campaign. Apparently, if you take a short rest with a magical item, rules as written, you identify it, without need of the use of the identify spell.
Oh, so we could ask him. Did you know what the magical item is called and what it is?
Yeah. As far as I'm aware, it's called the Hood of. Oh yeah.
the hood of oh yeah.
The Hood of. Oh
yeah.
And it helps protect a little bit. It helps protect me on certain things.
Very well, as long as it didn't curse you.
Well, there's a weird oddity. Whenever I tried to sneakily go places, I found myself laughing.
All right, Carson's going to just stop listening to him and sit down in a corner and ritual cast identify.
Fair enough.
During the short rest, and then ritual cast detect magic at the end of the short
Yeah.
rest.
As you cast identify,
By the way, during the short rest and while Carson's doing all this, Nyx wrote a bit in one of the blank pages in the journal that he has with him.
Okay.
Documenting some of what's been going on.
The hood of oh yeah. Actually, let me.
Be so
I
great
just-
if it was actually called that.
Can I not show this?
Did you make it an item in the? Then you can drag it. If you open somebody's character sheet, you can drag the item into their sheet.
You should. You can
Yeah,
also
I'll
be
do
able to
that.
make it public if it's in the items tab. You should be able to let us see it.
There it is.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Wow. All right.
Oh yeah.
You guess who that's for, Tim?
I mean, I'm not proficient in stealth. It's not what I do.
I'm already. I already have
No,
disadvantage on
like-
stealth.
That's fair. I've just also been finding myself on the front lines an oddly increased number of times.
I do have an AC of 17, so if you guys need me to, I could do more frontline stuff.
All right. Ergi, what's your AC? You're muted.
You mean
21.
Oh wow.
I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mine's 17 and Nix's is 17 and Cal's what's yours?
15.
15. I feel like Nix is our rogue equivalent, so giving him disadvantage on stealth would suck.
Yeah, agreed.
Ergi's already got AC out the wazoo. And that leaves me and you, Cal. I already got a magic item. I'm not opposed to taking this one too, but if you would like it, it would give you disadvantage on stealth. Up to you.
And that's and becoming attuned to it extends the curse to you. If I become unattuned, does that end the curse, or would I have to use remove curse to end the curse?
it would remove the curse from becoming unattuned.
And then,
Wait,
and
it
then
says the hood of
Tarzan can
fire
wear
is
heavy armor, though,
light.
right? As a cleric.
What was
Is
that?
it a
Tarzan can wear heavy armor, right? As a cleric.
No, I cannot. There's only specific
Okay.
clerics that can wear heavy armor.
Oh,
Cool.
is this so? This item card says this is light armor. Is it light armor or is it a cloak?
It's a cloak.
Okay, great. Just making sure of that.
There you go.
Thank you.
Fixed.
It's an interesting
I
give and take. 1 point of AC for disadvantage on stealth. It's not dissimilar then to a
Well,
piece of armor.
but it's also saving throws, and we've been doing a lot of wisdom saves, and I've currently got a
What?
-1 to wisdom.
+1 to AC?
It's a
Oh.
cloak of protection with a curse.
Oh, AC and saving throws. Oh, snap.
Yeah,
Okay,
I've currently got a
that's super
-1 to
worth it then.
wisdom.
That's
yeah,
super worth it then. Dude, take it.
yeah. All right, fine. I just feel like I'm gonna get reminded of that sometime. Like I'm gonna forget, and I'm gonna say I stealth, and then Josh is gonna remind me, and I'm gonna have to start laughing, and it's gonna be a problem.
Along with that, Karzan will hand you the scroll of invisibility.
Great.
Josh, if you want, you can take that from or copy it from my inventory because I imported it as a spell scroll. You can copy it
Cool.
into the items and then copy that into the his sheet. And I'll remove it myself.
That's fancy.
Can only druids cast Ice Knife?
Wizards can as well, and sorcerers.
Okay, well, none of us can cast that then.
I'm not sure it's not on the bard list, so
I'll
I'm gonna
double
take a look
check.
real quick.
According to 5e tools, it's not on the bard list.
Great, thanks. Yeah.
Druid, sorcerer, wizard. Dang, that's rough.
So that means we all would have to do a check.
No, I don't think. I think that means none of us can cast it.
Yeah, the check is if, say, I was a first level wizard and I got a wish spell scroll, I would have to make a DC 19 check because wish is on my spell list, but I'm not a high enough level for it, and so I'd have to make the
Okay.
check.
But we
Okay.
also have a scroll of Misty Step, and I'm 90% sure I can't use that. But I feel like one of us can.
I can, but I already have a 2 times per long rest inbuilt teleport. So
Oh, you can?
yeah, Misty Step is on the bard list.
It
I
is?
see.
I'm pretty sure. I
Misty
could be
Step
crazy.
is sorcerer, warlock, wizard, and then some subclasses.
Never mind.
None of which are bard.
I need to play more bards, is what I'm learning. I am a sorcerer normally.
Yeah, looks like none of us
I mean,
could
it's in
use
some
Misty.
subclass spell lists.
Yeah, but none
We
of
could
us
also
look like
just
what we have.
it could just be barter fodder.
Fair. Alright.
Yeah.
So, as the rest comes to an end, Soren is looking a bit more normal from what you remember, Karzan. He's still in pain and winces every time he moves. But he gets up and comes to the door with you guys.
Oh, before you seal the door, Nyx is gonna pull out a couple days worth of rations and hand them to Soren.
Oh, I haven't even thought of. I'm hungry. Holy crap! Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Really appreciate it, everybody.
Yep, no problem.
Somewhere in the back of my mind, I knew that there was no hope of walking out of this citadel anymore. I appreciate giving me that hope again. Seriously, thank you.
If we want to have you unlock the door or come out, we will knock loudly and then very quietly. That's our signal.
Okay. Good to know. Thank you. And he pulls the door shut,
Tim, if
and
you
you
want
hear
to walk out.
Yep, it's alright. I'm trying to get the cloak of oh yeah to actually update my character sheet, and yeah.
Oh, it may not. I don't think I set the actual.
You could import just a normal cloak of protection, and it should.
Oh, and then add the curse description.
Just add the curse
that's
description.
smart.
Yeah, go for it.
That's definitely the right way to do that.
And then rename it on your own time.
Yeah.
The door, you hear a click and a magical noise behind you as you're once again back out in the hallway.
Okay.
Did he just cast Arcane Lock?
He did.
Dang. Alright.
That's only a first level spell.
Yeah, but just it's not many sorcerers who decide to take, or mages who decide to take it, but cool.
Concentrating. Alright.
Well, he spoke of another one of his party in the throne room. Right?
Yes, and the big double doors over there. Unfortunately,
Though remember, without lay on hands, we would likely kill him.
we could
There's
attempt
also-
to non-lethally subdue him, as per Cal's suggestion, but that would require us to restrain him and watch him, and that's a hassle.
We could try this door first. I mean, Carter is like the last person we know of that might still be alive or something, right? Well, unless Thaddeus has been alive for the past 30-ish years, was it?
Possibly. Does my detect magic ping anything on the other side of this door?
Yes.
Oh, wonderful.
Quite a few things.
I would rather not get flanked by whatever we don't look into in this room, so I'd rather look into it before we go to the throne room.
Quite a few things. I'll get up close to the door.
4 things to be specific. 2 on the right side, 2 on the left.
Are they uniform? Are they equidistant?
They're
And are they stationary?
they're stationary and they seem to be uniform.
Okay. Tarzan will slowly, quietly open the door and take a peek inside.
Okay. This open hall has a scarlet rug that reaches up to the back, where 2 statues of strong warriors stand guard. 6 ornate pedestals stand against the walls, and each hold a specific item: a simple rope, a sharp and dangerous-looking dagger, a single white rose that remains fresh and smells of, and even from this distance, smells of delightful. A brilliant gold necklace with a red gem set into it. A single bottle filled with a pale gray smoke that still swirls inside. And a mighty great axe that emanates some great power.
Tarzan, waiting for his party to follow behind him, will take a few steps in.
Nyx will be the first to follow.
Okay.
Do all the pedestals emanate a magic? Is it the items or the pedestals emanating the magic?
It's the items.
Are they all emanating the same magic?
No, it varies.
Do you mind me asking what school on each one?
You're making me figure that out. Come on, man.
Okay, how about, let me be specific. Do any of them give illusion magic?
Hold on.
I just... illusion or abjuration, looking for the trap things.
From illusion, the bottle. What's it called? No, that would be conjuration. Sorry. Should have been prepared for this, but definitely wasn't. I should know you by now, Max. The necklace has abjuration magic, and the 2 statues in the back have a combination of abjuration and conjuration.
Wonderful. Is there any writing anywhere? Any riddles, clues, warnings?
Above each pedestal, there is a plaque.
What about the statues? Cardinal, get a little closer to them.
There's no writing on the statues, no plaques. They're just big, burly, warrior-looking statues.
Tarzan will describe what he sees in the room with detect magic to the rest of the party.
Kyle would like to read this plaque.
There's a title on it called "The Frosted Dagger," taken from the icy grip of a long, rotted corpse in the far mountains to the east.
Is Far Mountains to the east very, like, given the setting, very specifically descriptive? Like, I know which mountains they're talking about.
You would know what area.
Okay, great.
We'll probably want to go around and read all of them, so you might as well just
Sure.
counterclockwise from the dagger.
Yeah.
Yeah. From the dagger,
Next-
the frosted dagger.
Nix is gonna say out loud, nobody actually grab anything. I don't want anyone setting off traps.
The plaque above the rose reads "Chromatic Rose." Plucked, or picked, I should say, picked at the highest point of the highest pinnacle, growing off of the citadel itself. The the bottle is the ever smoking bottle. This one says, my brain needs to work right now. The ever smoking bottle, brought across seas by elves long past. The axe is the axe of the Screaming Void. May all who wield this find peace and rage. The necklace of adaptation, worn to ward off the effects of the poison found below. And the last one is the the rope of climbing. And this one has kind of a handwritten one scrawled into it, scrawled into the plaque. The rest are kind of like punched in with actual characters. This one's more scratched in. This one saved my life while escaping the mines. And then some initials below it. The initials are SV.
SV. This handwriting doesn't look like Thaddeus's in the journal, does it?
No.
Okay.
Have I ever seen Simeon Veinbreaker write?
Simeon.
Yeah. Yeah, he's kind of a messy...
Does it look like that?
Yes.
Escape rope.
What is Simeon's rope doing in this room?
Oh, and it says the rope of climbing. I don't know if I said that.
No, you
above
did
it.
not.
Wait, Samian, like who we talked to at the smithy?
Blacksmith. Yeah.
I would like to not be impulsive and turn to the party and say, I want to put down one of my daggers on one of these pedestals. What are your thoughts? Not take the one on the pedestal, but put one of mine down.
Nix, would you, I don't know if you're capable, but would you mind examining for any physical traps? And maybe I could examine for any magically triggered traps.
Traps in an old dungeon are what got me into being a Gloomstalker in the first place. Nyx does have proficiency in thieves' tools if that helps at all, so Nyx will look
And I have
around.
expertise in Arcana to look for magical triggers.
So one make an investigation check, one make an Arcana check. I'll say, Nix, are you proficient in investigation?
Not in investigation, just with
In
thieves'
this
tools.
case, add your proficiency bonus to it.
Could I also give both of them the help action?
You can give one of them.
Even if I ask one of them to wait 2 minutes and we do the one, then the other?
If you guys are going to play it that way, sure. Why not?
Carson isn't waiting.
Alright, fine.
But
Then I'm going to give Arcana help.
Can I have advantage? I was going to ask if I could have advantage because I have detect magic up, but
Am I
to
am
look
I
for
getting
magical
advantage
traces.
on the looking for traps?
Go ahead, both of you roll with advantage.
Awesome.
Okay.
You advantage thieves.
Ugh.
Nix, you should add that D6 that you would still have that I gave you Bardic with earlier that you haven't used yet.
Doesn't that last for 10 minutes?
10 minutes, and I think we're still within 10 minutes. Oh, no,
And-
we waited for hours. Never mind.
Yeah.
I forgot. Yep, you're right. It died.
Yeah, sorry I didn't use it, but I
Oh,
guess
you're good.
All right. So dirty 20 for magical triggers, 14 for physical triggers.
For magical triggers, the only thing you can really gather is that the two statues down at the end of the hall are in some way, and it's hard to tell how this is actually set up. In some way, they are going to do something when one of these is moved, possibly, or when it's hard to gather the exact intricate details, especially when looking at the runes on the actual statues themselves. It has something to do with sight and the perception of these two statues. Nyx, you look through the pedestals, you look through all of this, and as far as you can tell, there are no physical triggers.
Hmm.
You said sight, correct, Carson?
Indeed, I did.
I would like to. How tall are these statues?
They're about 15 feet tall.
Oof.
Do they have as many handholds as they look like they do in this image?
Handholds? Oh, to climb up?
Yeah.
Yeah. It
Cool.
could be possible with a good athletics check.
Cool. Cal would like to climb up to this one on the left, climb up to its face.
Whoa, Cal, what you planning on doing?
Not a good
Uh,
idea.
Well, it decided I can't, so my die came from the side of the screen, did not roll, and set down on a 2. So apparently Foundry just decided I'm not climbing this thing.
You look at it, you're looking at this thing, and there could be a way to get up it from the shield side, from the right hand side. So you like start trying to find handholds, and you find a good handhold, but then you look down and there are no footholds, and And you're like, okay, well, if I try from this side, you go from the other side.
Yeah.
And you
I-
kind of hold onto a leg and start shimmying up, but then you just slide back down.
I turn to my party and say I was going to melt wax from a candle onto their eyes so they couldn't see anything.
Well, what if they knew they couldn't see anything anymore? Seems
That is a good point that I didn't think far enough ahead about.
Yeah. Someone did something to cover my
Well,
eyes. I must react.
there are two solutions to this. One, we take our bedrolls and throw them up top, combine our efforts to help one another up there and cover their faces. And then take the things and then remove it, potentially, which may trigger it again, so we may want something less expendable than a bedroll. Or more expendable than a bedroll. Option 2 is we use that very conveniently obtained invisibility scroll. All of us walk out, and
Question. Was there anything magical about this really fancy red rug that's on the floor in this room?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I have detect magic.
Yeah, I was asking Carson.
Oh. Did I see anything on the carpet?
Well,
So we just drape the carpet over their heads and then we take all the stuff and leave?
Well,
That rug is how big?
that is a heavy carpet, man. That'd be
Yeah, there's 4 of us.
Hmm.
Carson will sigh
Based on,
and cast
I suppose
guidance on himself.
we could cut sections off, I suppose. Do we? Wait. My sword is a rapier.
Oh yeah, let's cut him in half so we don't have to drape him over both of it.
Yeah, I've got 6 daggers. I'll hand out daggers and have everybody start cutting. Get chunks.
Wait, we're going with this blindfolding idea then?
I was hesitant just because I would get rid of my bedroll and I need my bedroll to sleep.
Yeah. So if they start reacting to the blindfolding, then we book it.
Sure.
Yeah.
grab something and run.
Yeah, if it's already been triggered, then you might as well just take the stuff, right?
Yep. So we will cut the carpet in 2 to make it easier to lift, and then attempt to drape them over both the eyes of the guardians.
Are we trying to go simultaneous on this, or are we just going to do one at a time?
One at a time.
I'll say you probably are going to need all 4 of you to lift even half of that rug.
Great.
A rug that's 20 feet by 20 feet, 30, 25 feet. That thing is a couple 100 pounds. Easy.
No.
For how
My mom bought a rug that's that size. It's in her living room, and it was maybe 30.
For how thick this is?
Fair.
Was it made of polyester, or was it made of real animal fur and wool?
Made of lead.
It is full steel.
Steel wool rug.
Oh, okay. We're talking several thousand pounds then. Okay.
But no, it's pretty heavy. You guys together, you guys don't have to. If it was one of you, you'd have to make a strength check. Together, no worries. I will say, as you throw it over the first one, trying to get it up and over that 15-foot tall, that will require a either an athletics or a strength check, group check.
I'll lead the way on that one. Athletics.
Does it lower the DC if I have them lift me up onto the arms first, so I'm not on the ground? I'm standing in the statue's arms and then guiding from the top.
It will help.
That's all I was asking for.
Okay. So everyone make a strength check.
Just strength or athletics?
Strength or athletics.
I do have proficiency in athletics.
I'm casting guidance on myself.
Gosh. You said that I get guidance?
No, on myself.
Oh, just on you. Okay, great. That's fair.
And I'm gonna need it. Oh, poo.
You need at least half of you to get above a 13. You attempt to get it up there. Cal, being up, kind of on a precarious situation up there, about, let's say, 10 feet up, in the arms of this statue, the rug starts to pull you down. Go ahead and make an acrobatics check as you either attempt to land on the rug or try and catch yourself. Okay. You're able to stop yourself the best you can from like catching onto the statue and the rug. Unfortunately, you didn't quite. Yes, you couldn't quite get it up and over this behemoth of a statue.
Try again.
Yep.
I
Okay.
suppose.
DC's going to stay the same because
I'm gonna give
Rolled the same number.
wow,
Bardic.
wow.
Uh,
Strength
grief.
or athletics, you said?
Oh, garbage.
3 natural 3s?
Oh, it doesn't matter what I roll at this point, unless I roll a nat 20.
No, it doesn't.
Unless you roll 20.
All right, let's see it. Nat 1. Oh my god.
What?
Oh, what?
Plus guidance because I cast it on myself.
Go ahead and roll your guidance and a bardic inspiration die.
If you, yeah, okay.
Somehow, you guys all mumble your way over, grabbing this thing, lift it up. Karzin, you realize that if you get up there, you can hold on and lift at the same time and get it up and over pretty quickly. You scramble your way, maybe only 5-6 feet up, holding on to the shield and this the rug, and you lift with all your might. It is just barely enough to get it up and over. Now, the way it lands, just for the heck of it, someone roll a percentile die. We'll see if it's actually covering the eyes.
I'll
Carson?
do it.
Okay, fair.
Just straight percentile.
Percentile, you need a 50 or above.
Nice.
77.
77. It lands and settles, covering the upper torso and face.
Does the statue freak out?
You wait a second, and nothing happens.
Great. Number 2?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
For sake of brevity, and because we're getting a little bit late, you use the same tactics, getting up and over. Just for fun, go ahead and roll one more percentile die. Somebody.
Will do.
Once again, you need above a 50.
Oof.
30. This one lands, and it almost lands in like a hood, almost over this. It's hard to tell if it's actually blocking its sight from anything.
I'd like to try to adjust it.
This one is going to take an athletics check.
Is that something I can get the help action on and do with advantage?
If someone's willing to help.
Yes. I'll give
I
guidance.
Nick's
Sure.
turn. Okay.
And guidance. Cool. Oh, I just wanted the 22.
22. Yeah, you kind of run and jump and grab the top of it, of the rug. My brain's not working for names tonight. And you pull it down just enough to cover the face.
All right.
So who's grabbing what?
I think the most important thing for us to grab in the room is this necklace.
Okay, before you
I'm
guys
not
do
touching
anything,
anything.
Nyx wants to like double check the floor where the rug used to be to see if anything's out of place.
There's nothing there.
Okay.
Great.
It's very plain and easy to see. It's a stone floor. It's yeah. So
All right.
he's grabbing the axe.
I'm planning to snag this necklace and then run for that dagger and then get out the door.
A couple things, if you can.
Well,
They're
let's
small.
Well, I
try this.
figure I grab two things, somebody else grabs two things, and the last two grab one thing.
I'll grab two things, and as
Great.
we're
How about
speaking,
Nyx gets the
Nyx
dagger
will
and you get
Yeah,
the rope?
that's fair. We don't need to cross
Okay.
yeah.
Nyx will shift in order to get an additional 10 feet for a minute.
Dang. Nice.
We all go 3, 2,
Uh,
1, and pull.
So
Three,
I'm
two,
getting the rest of it.
one. You reach out and everyone grabs an item and you start running. Yeah, okay. Everybody just because you guys are hasting out of here as quick as you can, everyone make an athletics check again.
Once again, guidance. Oh no. I trip.
Ergi, Nix, Cal, you all grab your items and start booking it to the exit. Cal, Nix, you grab the other two items and you run as fast as you can towards the one door. Everyone gets to the door, turns around. Karzan has tripped over a stone and face planted, holding the bottle in his hands. But nothing's happening.
Yeah.
Karzan will get up, dust himself, and walk slowly to the door.
You all get out in the hallway, and you're now holding quite a wealth. It seems to be magical items.
Huh.
And
I
nothing
closed
seems
the
to
door.
happen. You close the door.
Good call. Uh, hypothetically, that plaque said that this necklace protects from the poison down below. If we put it on somebody who's already infected, you think it might work like the lay on hands?
Does it require attunement? You give me
That's
a
a good question.
while and I'll answer it for you. But
If that's priority.
we don't want to enter the throne room until Ergi is ready to do another heal Mary. Uh, um, it feels semi-late. We came up here in the afternoon, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Yes. And we've done 2 short rests now.
Yep. And all the time that we spent getting those rugs on there probably took a while. I think it could be appropriate to take a long rest and spend it identifying all these items.
Where do we rest? The
Well,
library?
It's
Well, what
magically
if we go
sealed.
to the room where Garenwin was in?
Garenwin was fine for a significant number of days. In there, at least. I feel like
In
it's
that
a good...
bedroom over there?
Yes.
It's weird we all have to sleep.
Makes me particularly uncomfortable to take a long rest in a cursed building, but
I mean, we don't have any other options. We'd need to sleep eventually.
Yeah.
was kind of hoping to figure out a way out before we had to sleep. But all right.
Karzan will head over to the room.
And Nyx is heading over there as well. And closing the door once everyone is in.
Does the
You
door
guys get as
open
comfortable.
outward or inward?
That door opens inward. Inward.
Okay. Karzan will ask Ergi to help move this desk in front of the door.
Easy enough. The desk is moved to block the door. You all get as comfortable as you can, and sit for a while. Anything you want to do before
Ritual
you attempt?
identify all of those items.
Okay.
That'll take an hour total, I believe.
Say that again, Brian.
I was thinking that would take an hour total because 10 minutes and 6
Technically,
items.
an hour and 6 minutes
20
because
minutes?
identify is a minute cast.
Okay.
True.
Can we identify them separately, or is that like a spell or something?
It's a spell that I'm casting every single time on an individual item.
The Axe of the Screaming Void and the Frosted Dagger are both in the items tab. And the rest can be found on 5e Tools.
You should be able to import them to the items and allow us to see them.
I totally could. Yes, I should probably do that.
To the attack roll for. And does the text on the frosted dagger mean that if I made a secondary attack without having 2 weapon mastery, I could add my proficiency to the bonus action attack?
No.
Because it specifically says allows you to add your proficiency bonus to the
That's just
attack
what
roll
it
for
says on
any
every
attack.
dagger.
Okay. Great.
At least I believe so. Yeah, proficiency with a dagger. Yeah, so.
Great.
I probably shouldn't use this axe. It's pretty scary.
Yeah, kind of big curse on that one there.
Lead with this weapon. You can, for each level you have attained, becoming attuned to an extent.
Okay. All of the normal ones are in the items folder, and the rest can be found there.
I don't think we have permission to see that folder.
You absolutely don't. Observer, default, save changes. There you go.
Perfect. See him now.
And so then in theory, them saying that necklace helps against the poisons below means that it's an inhaled poison. But that would not help somebody who's already affected.
No. That rope is sick.
The necklace, since it said it would help against the poison below, kind of infers that it's a something ingested.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
mentioning.
Gas or
Tim was
vapor.
mentioning that. That rose is interesting as well.
Yeah.
There probably isn't some sort of hidden entrance beneath those statues that we blindfolded, huh?
I would hope not.
Interesting. I would enjoy the dagger unless somebody else has a need for it.
Oh, go for it, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. I think it would behoove us to have the one who's able to dispel the disease immune to the disease.
That tracks.
And so give the necklace to Ergi.
Sounds good.
Just testing this. Not actually attacking anything, just making sure that the... Yeah, that is incorrect.
Mm. Oh yeah, you can change the damage roll on it manually.
Well, but that's my attack roll should have been a +5, not a +3.
It's not a +2
So,
angle,
like,
is it?
No, but I have a +3 dexterity. And it gave me a +1 strength.
Weird.
oh yeah, because daggers are supposed
It
to be
did not
finesse.
actually have the finesse property applied to it.
There you
There,
go.
it should now.
If you re-add it to your...
The one in my sheet won't, but I'm working on it.
Cool.
Okay. I think Nick should have the ever-smoking bottle. A fog of cloud that he'll be able to
Yeah,
step
that
through
seems
should
good.
be nice.
Hmm. I would be effectively blinded in that area myself, but
I mean, feel the
I
wall.
suppose I would have better time than any of the rest of us.
Great.
Okay, yeah, I'll take the ever smoking bottle.
The rope could really go to anyone.
I'm pretty much out of the ability to carry things. So,
Well, I am too.
Who has the bag of holding?
Very funny.
Am I able to? Oh, I can just import different plutonium since it's
So,
ever smoking, huh?
the white chromatic rose, you have to physically hold it in one hand.
Hmm.
That's annoying. I got a shield in one hand and I guess I'm only casting magic in the other. I need to my shield has my holy symbol. Would I be able to cast spells with a shield in one hand and the flower in the other?
What's your focus at that point? Your
The
shield?
shield.
Then yeah, I would say so, yeah.
I think everyone
Breathe
else is.
normally in any environment. Does that include? I guess normally. Never mind. I was gonna ask underwater, but you don't breathe normally.
No, you can breathe underwater with it. I think that was the intended purpose of it, actually.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I think. Yeah, breathe normally in any environment. I don't know. I'll
Yeah,
double
that
check.
includes like in noxious gas and underwater and all that.
Oh.
That's why the name adaption. Like, and I think in theory you actually grow gills while wearing it if you go underwater, which is gross. But yeah.
Alright, well, I'll keep the rose.
Does this world have like cat food, dog food, like kibble?
I think before we had cat food and dog food processed, we just kind of gave animals whatever, like meat.
I mean,
I
yeah,
just thought it
really.
would be funny to have my favorite food be like, or my favorite snack just be like a bag of kibble.
How about a bag of trail mix that only tastes good to you and is shaped strangely?
So, as you guys divvy out your new items, are you guys keeping watch throughout the night or just trusting the
Hmm.
closed door and the
We're definitely
I
doing
death
want
watch
I want
shifts.
us to keep watch.
We're definitely doing shifts.
Okay.
Oh,
Let's
did we
see.
decide who's getting the rope of climbing?
I mean, I can hold it if needed. I can't hold really anything else, though. So I think Ergi can hold a lot of stuff.
It's a strength thing, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So you'd have to hold the Axe of the Screaming Void and the
Sweet.
Rope of Climbing as well. You can just add those
Yeah,
two
I'll
so
stick
you
those in my inventory.
I only need 4 hours of trance sleep.
Oh, great. That works great. So for the first 4 hours, we'll divide it between me, Ergi, and Nyx. And then the last 4 hours are to you, Cal.
And I believe while trancing, my passive perception remains active, but I cannot make perception checks.
Okay. So let's go for the first 4 hours then. I need separate perception checks from the three who are keeping watch there, or who will be
Guidance.
taking turns keeping watch.
Great. No amount of guidance will help me there.
I can help too. Should I make a check?
Yeah, well, you
Yes,
need to,
good.
because you're
Please make a
doing a watch shift.
yeah.
And not that it really matters, but my passive is 11.
Yep. I have a nifty little thing down here that shows me all of you guys' armor class and your perception check.
Right. I
Natural.
used that as DM on Saturday, and it was really convenient.
Quite nice.
I just stole the entire module list from this server, and have no idea what any of them do, and I'm slowly learning.
Did you get plutonium as well? Okay, good.
Cool.
That's the best one.
As the rest progresses, there are a couple of windows in this. I should say a window in this room. And you can actually see the sun setting.
Hold up, there's a window? Have we tried breaking it yet?
There's a small window above the bed. Sorry, above the couch. My bad.
Big enough to fit through, or nah?
No,
Darn. Okay.
no, it's maybe that big and stained glass. But you can see the light outside fade, diminish as the evening takes. Nix and Ergi, you take turns, and during both your watches, nothing really happens. Tarzan, we'll say you're the third to get up before waking Cal. As you, where would you sit during your watch?
Um, Probably. Is this chair moldy?
It's no.
Okay, that chair.
Okay.
Watching the door.
You
And
take the
the
chair, you turn towards the
window.
door. You keep an eye on everything, and you start to hear whispers. They're indistinguishable at first. You swear they're coming from the door. You start to hear small phrases like, won't amount to anything. Can't do an honest day's work. Crawl back as soon as he goes broke. And your mind starts to remember other whispers of a similar nature before you left your family. People not believing family, not believing in you. Thinking that going off to this mining town was a foolish endeavor. And that doubt that has always been there, no matter how repressed or deep down, starts to creep its way back out. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Mm. Mm. May I cast Bless on myself before I do so, or no?
I
Probably
don't think in
not.
this I
Okay,
don't think in this state you'd be able to hold concentration.
fair. 12 total.
12 total. Those doubts have always been there, have always creeped up. But you have your ways of pushing them away.
Tarzan will
Oh,
begin. The whispers feel like they're coming from the door.
the
Or,
door and inside yourself.
mm. Tarzan's
Both.
going to do something he used to do late at night. He's going to sit down and he's going to ritual cast Silence.
All right.
And lasts for 10 minutes, and he will meditate during those 10 minutes.
Perfect. You
I'll do
shrug
it.
off.
I'll do it outside of the so that it doesn't bother them. But I will
Okay.
cast silence on myself so that hypothetically, Cal could still hear.
Okay. You move to the corner and you cast silence and you meditate. As soon as you cast a spell, that focus comes in and the doubts get pushed back and you meditate. Shrugging off whatever effect was about to take hold. But your watch, the three of you's watch, is all good to go. Cal, I'm going to need you to make a perception check for when you come out of your trance and keep watch for the last 4 hours.
As I'm passing it off to him, I'll cast guidance on him.
Okay. That'll last for the first minute.
Yeah, I know. But it's a perception check that you're making for...
It is. For the first little bit of your watch, Cal. Quiet. Cliche as this sounds, it's too quiet. You find yourself, after a little while, kind of bored.
You do have books you picked out.
I think due to the situation, he will not start playing a flute quietly to himself because that is what he would normally do. But I think in this moment, that's a no. So I think, yeah, he will be just as perceptive as he was while he was trancing while studying.
Okay. For the last, I'll say for the last half of your watch, go and make one more perception check.
Wow.
I see it all.
For the last half of your perception check, or for the last half of your watch, a voice creeps in the back of your mind. As you're about to wake up your companions, it's probably 2-3 hours, maybe 2 hours before dawn. You guys went to bed fairly early. A voice creeps into your mind. Hey, so when are you all gonna come and visit me?
Where are you?
I am at the top of the tower.
And who are you?
The master of this castle.
What is it that you want to do for us?
I get bored here in this castle. I like meeting new people, learning where you're all from, chatting face to face. All you sweet faces are so new.
I too
No.
quite enjoy speaking with those of distant lands. Of where do you hail?
Those are conversations to have face to face. Please, quickly, come join us. Join me.
Does he actually say us then me, or is that a Freudian slip on your part?
That was a Freudian slip on my part.
Okay.
Please come join me.
A
Quick,
friend of mine, a new friend of mine, said that you can provide abilities.
abilities, answers. You'll find my gifts wide and vast. If you're looking for something, I can help. If you're wanting to get more power, I can help.
Are we all hearing this, or is this just for Cal?
This is just him.
Okay.
Okay.
But all that can be granted and discussed in person in my chambers. Please join me.
Cal will slowly wake up his companions.
I would say the morning comes, but it's still dark through the little porthole almost. As Cal shakes you all awake.
I apologize. Can I? This is something Cal would do, and I just wasn't aware. In that moment, he can feel himself in a bad way. Can he cast Gift of Gab on himself?
Yes.
He will cast Gift of Gab.
Okay.
And replace everything he heard in the most recent 6 seconds with silence.
Everything he heard.
Everything he heard.
Well, in the 6 seconds, which was like.
It was just the last couple sentences. Not
Will
the
you come
whole of
up to me?
everything.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Immediately after casting that, replacing the last 6 seconds, actually not with silence, but with the words "you chose to forget" in his own voice.
Okay.
He will wake up his companions and communicate everything up until the moment where he chose to forget, but not mentioning that part.
Karzan will also mention he heard whispers, but was able to ignore them.
If I cast a spell during a long rest, does that prevent the rest?
No, your rest was the 4 hours of trance.
Great. So I would take a long rest and cost myself a second level spell slot.
Correct.
Great.
Wonderful. Oh
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, that AIDS hit points is gone now.
Yeah, 8 hit points is gone.
The morning,
Oh
no
yeah.
matter how dark it is, has come. It's now up to you guys to decide what to do next, where to go, how to find your way out of this oddly insane situation you found yourselves in. I think that's where we're going to stop.
For the record, I have not yet unprepared, prepared the spells I want. I'll do that in preparation for next time. But
Sounds good. All right. Well, you saved the unsavable. Got a pretty solid power buff with all the new magic items. It's gonna be fun. See you guys use those. By the way, that was all vanilla in the module. The treasure room.
Nice. I figured as much. Is this map come with the module?
Yes.
Awesome.
Um, are you allowed to tell us if we saved ourselves a battle with the statues or something?
I guess we're not going to go back in there, so like.
No, you're definitely not. So the idea with it was if one of the items were to be removed. See what is this exactly this says. The statues guard the treasures so long as they can see the treasures. when someone tries to take one of the treasures, they'll have to make a DC 15 Dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, they take 46 lightning damage.
Oof.
As
Max damage on that kills me.
what's that?
Max damage on that kills me.
Yeah.
You only have 12 health.
As they take a lightning strike from each statue. So that'd be 2 dex saves total.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Which means that average damage kills me.
I mean, it knocks you out.
The fun thing about this is it
Depends on the
specifically says the treasures can be taken safely if the statue's vision is obscured or if the statues are destroyed.
Oh.
I wasn't gonna risk destroying them.
I
We
mean,
thought they'd animate and fight back. So I mean,
yeah, armor class of 17, 20 hit points. So it's possible. Definitely easy to damage and destroy. But
we could have
you guys
Baldur's
would
Gate 3 to that. If we were in Baldur, you just hover over it and see that it has a health bar. No. I did get a dirty 20 on that Arcana check to kind of see that, which was pretty fun.
Yeah.
And I'm an
Yeah,
expert in
to understand the perception aspect of that was huge. The way you guys obscure their visions was great. Loved it. But yeah.
All right.
Technically, I'll say this, technically in the module, the only way Soren could be saved is if he rolled to reincarnate on the wild magic table.
That would have been funny, but
he would then be free, and yeah.
Is that in the module? Do they say that? That's hilarious. I love that.
Well, when you specifically give somebody wild magic surge,
you have to account for everything.
Yeah, really. So, good on you guys for, as I said, saving the supposedly unsavable.
That's going to affect the whole rest of this campaign, isn't it?
It is. That one decision, we're going to try and save everyone. Well, maybe not everyone. Save those we think should be saved.
Yeah, tell Garrett that.
Yeah, whatever.
No,
he did give me some nice armor.
He did, and I got his helmet.
Yep. So, fun fact, a lot of these artifacts are based on members of the Hermitcraft server. Minecraft, Minecraft Hermitcraft server. And let's see, the Hood of All, yeah, the Axis Screaming Void, the Knight's Helm.
That's why I recognize the name. Oh my gosh. Okay.
They're the artifacts in Decked Out.
Yeah, the Axe of the Screaming Void. I knew I recognized that. Dang it.
So they're kind of fun for those who watch Hermitcraft or follow them at all. Which I think in this group is just me and Tim. So anyway, yeah.
All right.
Hope you guys have a good night.
You too. See you next time.
See you guys next week.